이렇게 당연히 먹고용 거래지. 자산들이 이거라 섬지란시 어서와 디만을 루브라 란섬달라 차사로 세수도. 예. 근데 이거라 이마 자석이 냠는 나게 망보지기 아니베 수수께끼라 예 룽구랑 치수였어요. 세야고. 세야도 건가 윤라 삼당 담이 중국어로 말하고 단대 귤라니베 룽구랑베 모투티에서 숨야서 수그디 할때 따다지다 아인 상상 이용 거래서 윤야 너나 따다 여기 니 수원 나신지 오늘이 되어요.
되면 뭐 되는 거죠.
되면 공부 되면 상기 되면 공부해야다. 그건 공부인 가르는 오늘 되만이 dimita디 인자 루브를 dimade 셀레이나 랑기 건드랑 차기도 그거도 좋아지. 되면 상기 세들 루 되만이 따버리대 루브를 dimatel나 그 상기 차거라. 이건 되면 상기. 근데 자기 때 이미 중때가 그게 중때는 뭐 이제도 그렇지.
정신 남다들어.
야라지 남다들 누라지 남다들 디나라. 인디글라 당원에 되라 삼로지 땅다. 말아서 그와트벨라 또 스펜더에 그렇게 심슈케야가 니버트야라 또 스펜더요 사를 삼로지.
The word that we see before in the Manoni school when they discuss about the four nature of the Buddha body, nature body of natural purity, and because there are different terminology used in different Buddhist Tibetan Buddhist sects, like in Nyingma and Kagyu, and this you will find terminology like beginningless protector, or beginningless Buddhahood or enlightenment, or maybe eternal. Here, they are all referring to the nature of the mind, or Buddha nature. And in those school, they say that emanation, complete enjoyment body does exist in the mind stream of living beings or consciousness within the ordinary people. So they are not saying that the emanation body, which is the form of Buddha, exists, but they are saying that the stream of the consciousness or continuity of the consciousness does exist with us as ordinary human beings. So and that consciousness, which has the same nature as the Buddha nature, at this moment it exists with us, but it is, as said before, covered with the layers of delusions or defilements, which are all temporary. As we kind of purify those layers, the same nature of the consciousness that we have will eventually transform into the Buddha nature or the Buddhahood. So therefore, so they are kind of talking in terms of the stream of consciousness or continuity of the consciousness, and knowing this kind of point is helpful for kind of as an ordinary practitioner, be kind of encouraging for yourself, because protector, beginningless protector or eternal protector, it refers to actually the Buddha nature, but protector here refers to yourself. If you make an effort of peeling off all the layers of illusions and defilements, the protector is within yourself that will eventually kind of transform into Buddha nature, and it's within yourself, and so you are the protector of yourself. You can protect yourself. So it is kind of knowing this is helpful, for ordinary practitioners to be kind of encouraging. You will know that as ordinary human being, you still have this potential of attaining Buddhahood. About the full body of the Buddha, these are the same interpretation by the higher school as middle way school, and they basically does the same interpretation. They have the same interpretation like mind only school. So you can use this understanding, when you get to the higher school of thoughts. Shindunyi to say Randunyi to the words.
Randun Matuna, Jindin Kutu to work on me. Easy to the morning we need it, Randun Kudi. Kokarzana, so Sui, Pagin Digene, Jen Lani, Nang to go Mare. Lungui, Janju Seva, Taxi Janju Seva Name, Jindin to Gore. Ina, Susikio, is all Nang to go Mare. Chog to wood, Susikio Pangal Nang to Gore. Jindin Nang to Gore, Jindin Zegare.
Tugu,
Chok to go. Tugu the land to see Madame Puyore. Chok to go.
So, as said before about the temporary, defilements, I mentioned about the example of if you have a, nice, expensive, beautiful shawl that, you used to wear and keep yourself warm. If the stain is kind of in the nature or part of the shawl itself, then there is no, no point of kind of cleaning. You have to, unless you remove the whole shawl. So if the stain is temporary, and if you know that, with a sense of regret, you have to throw it away. But if you, know that the stain is temporary and it's that can be washed, then with that knowledge, it will help you to save that shawl, and then you can use it whatever way that you want. And so, same kind of understanding we can apply to the four bodies of Buddha. These are something that we can attain, and the Buddha nature is within us. And what we need to do is make an effort to kind of, separate ourselves from the delusions or defilements. And also, and with that understanding, as I said before, we know that if you make an effort, it is something that is achievable and that is within us. And so when we look at the four bodies of Buddha, wisdom body and nature truth body, these two are commonly called self, kind of self, Buddha body, and emanation and a complete enjoyment body is considered as Buddha nature of benefiting others. So the first two, wisdom body and the nature truth body, if you attain those, you won't be able to sort of appear in front of other sentient beings if you want to benefit and help others. So in order to be in presence of other sentient beings, sort of emanation or manifestation, one has to kind of be in the form or attain two later types of Buddha nature or Buddha body, complete enjoyment body and emanation body. So through these two, then, especially from the emanation body, it's called supreme emanation body. A bodhisattva can emanate in any form in order to benefit other sentient beings. And without achieving first two, one won't be able to achieve the second two body of Buddha, complete enjoyment body and emanation body, to benefit other sentient beings.
Dire ta jibang ngoni me brahma uma be tutana jeshe balas sini rashe ewa chewa chu tenche pade jis tambuni dendu ki che dul sam me par khelembe nambe tuta mawe be kanza de uma be sini sta uma ba seve dembar tuba dendu sidigala kande dembar de la gache demba chini la ngwe ni dembe tangi ta nikal jukre ina gacha dentu singdil khande jagre sidgala dembar me sidil tenni mewatal kojiya mare tenni mewata kondu jona nangtu tela ngajo phagini yulji thongyondugala di yudang kendang suchila mateba khoran phagini pe chutu dundege khoran phagini rangyawa tumdege khoran phagini sul temeji turtanji nangsulji doa oti nangsulde yo mare se sungwa dem tendoe dembadi yo mare chutu rangyawa teme phagini kharkyang yondegenji nangdo nangsulji oti nangsulde yo mare se sungwa dembar matu se ade dembaw ota ti dembade yo mare dendu kichi zul samyang ne pe me par khelembe nambe tuta mawe kanza de uma be tsingi da tendi chi khelne na nambas uma par es sore ui sidi ta tha cheta niga da talwe kil de la ui sirwa ota tak tha sidi tak pe tha cheta de kar sore mewala men de ginjila yor zena kare pe hachang prota chetade gyuni yomar menginjila yuan zina cheta chasore prota tagyumata tapethare ta tapa didan ta gore ta yogi 통기 yomar zina chetare chebarma pekpena gyambemba chetal lungre kandes chetal lungre lekunde yogi ngone ngaranzu le zangen karina jawashi chini le de sagware ti yogi mea kelengde chetare oda tindi te niga da talwe ni gilde kelengin jinza uma baas tere yante nane ताजे की धाम फोंजुल खेदों कौन रोसों तुंदा जिगे लूला रंग लूला उमा परे सुसुवा तुंदा जिगे लूला रंग लूला ताकि था मरा दो तिसो ने बनावा दे के चंबर केसी ता दी चिदी गाला तुंदा जिंदा तिसो की ढांदु गाला संजम बइना संजम बखरा उमा प इंसुंगुवा संजम लूला ता मुनि में पर तंदा तुंदा यहां से मुनि में ब्रह्मावा लगे मादा उमा पाले के मारे करे कोई लूलो कोना उमा पाले दे योरवा पता तो चिने Dezoyan Cabranji Shivanangores.
Gauche dendrup the Temba Shamba Cousin.
La
Gauche dendrup the Hol.
Gacha Dendrup, Dembasea Jidwa, Chunila Nilu, Dembas de Dembajidwa, Dembas Cinder the Tundagmaris. Tondam Demba, Kuzop Dembazidwa.
Gauche Demba Chuni Temba Dembenelu, Tempo Mado New Year lower.
Tang Gachi Demba de la Maran Nangzul de la Pagani Yovan Dembajidwa. Demba Sujila Kerkam Rankawaji Nangzujilo, or then Gachi Demba. The third of Motuba and a pay chick Chavelo, Tondam Dembara, Nilu Mumadeta. Tiki Tonga.
Temple New Year English.
La
Gauche Demba the Chuni Nelu Demba Demba New Year lamp.
Demba the Gacha the Dembala Grace. Any Nilu Telan Dembala Grace, Dembitan Dagri, Demba said the chin round doubles of Yorte, Tontate, Demba Zersade, Gutu Kakachaviores. Yeah,
We'll start with the middle way school, page 279, the autonomy school. The presentation of the tenets of the proponents of middle way school. The proponents of non-entityness is in 4 parts: definition, etymologies, subschools, and descriptions of the individual subschools. Definition. The definition of a proponent of the middle way school is a person propounding Buddhist tenets who asserts that there are no truly existent phenomena, not even particles. You can read the note here. It explains the two exists here. When we say word true, true existence, true, although the true existent or the truth is used in different contexts. Same word in different sentences, but the truth, the word truth itself, doesn't have the same meaning all the time. The difference varies. So when we talk about lack of true inheritance, lack of true existence, which is the object of negation that we need to be negating. And that refers to the, since it's the object of negation, it doesn't exist in reality, but it exists to us as if they are, reality of the phenomena. The way of appearance of a phenomena to us, as mentioned before, the phenomena, the appearance of phenomena as if they exist independently, by itself or by themselves, without relying upon causes and conditions, and self-sufficient existence of the phenomena. The phenomena appears to us as if they're independently existing, but that is not the case in reality. That type of appearance that we have doesn't accord with the reality. The reality is totally different. Phenomena doesn't exist independently or inherent existence or self-sufficiently existing out there. All are sort of interdependence. And the middle way, why it is called middle way is it will come later in the text. They are free from the two extremes, permanence and annihilation. It's on page 281. Free from two extremes, and so taktal gishil gas mebol yoga sunde.
Oh, takpas dela mebajila yoga ta jindegin jiroa takta. Chetas yungene mebartawa. Le gundison yorwa onejina. Did mebartawa.
So two extremes. The permanence basically refers to the acceptance that permanence refers to the understanding or acceptance that although phenomena doesn't exist, but saying that these exist with kind of extreme exaggeration. It doesn't exist, but you kind of believe or you interpret that these does exist. And annihilation is although it doesn't exist, but you are saying that it does. Although it does exist, but you are saying that it doesn't. So it's like chetal. Chetal to the mountain and betal to the mo. So annihilation is, as said before, although it exists, but saying that it doesn't exist, against lots of exaggeration. And there are non-Buddhist faith who, asserts that karmic cause and effect it doesn't exist. So one of the non-Buddhist schools, Gyangpenpa, I don't remember the exact word. From Buddhist point of view, this school is falling into one of the extreme. They are falling into extreme of nihilism or annihilation. They assess that cause and effect doesn't exist. So to Buddhists, this is kind of falling into extreme, one of the extreme. So the middle way here is that middle way is right in the middle, not falling into these two extremes. And but we also need to kind of be aware of the interpretation before that. All four schools they interpret their own philosophy as a middle way. Lower schools, particularist, Sutra school, mind-only school, they all says that they are middle way school because they don't fall into the two extremes. And so mind-only school will sort of say to middle way school, higher schools that mind-only school is the middle way school. They are not falling into the extremes. Although to middle way school, mind-only school is maybe kind of falling into extremes. So each of the four schools has their own interpretation of what is middle and what are two extremes, but they all use the same word, middle way school. So we covered this before at the beginning of the text, how each of the four schools asserts their own kind of interpretation of, not falling into two extremes, that they are all kind of, the middle way schools.
Sensamba, Jeramawa, Dorepa, and Sensama Malaja, Umapa, Munime Mala Grua. Sensama Lulatana, then Dorepa Lulatana, Dorepa La Way or Marmu, Umapala, and Sensambala, and Munime Mala. To Tamata.
So, for example, from the perspective of mind-only school, when they list, four school of thoughts, they will say, Great Exposition School, and mind-only Sutra school, and for themselves they will say, middle way school, and then for the high school of thoughts they will say a school that asserts lack of inherent existence for the middle way school. So likewise, so mind Sutra school, when they list the four school, well, for themselves, they will, interpret or present as a middle way school, and not others. So, all four schools consider or interpret their own philosophy as a middle way school. But but you can see the differences between, these four schools of what middle way means to, particular schools. So if you recite, cite kind of list these two way of listing, presenting each school as its own kind of, each school as a middle way, then it mentioned in the beginning of the text that all schools are middle way school from the point of their own way of interpretation. And usually, the higher school is the middle way school, but
that in the Indigala, to the Suzuki, Paki Takiji Tamada, Jata Mada, Tata Jata Mada, Cheta Jata Mada, the Mada Yudigala, the Nidiga, Jata Mada, they have, yeah, Suzuki Tata Chuguaris.
But one also need to be understanding that when four schools all interpret that they are middle way school from their own perspective, then how do they interpret or how do they define true extremes? Because true extremes won't be same in all four schools. They have their own interpretation of what is true extremes and why are middle way. So they have their own interpretation of what is middle way school.
다 니반 다시니 지치를 엄마 바시잖아. 다지기 당이다라 위kel면 엄마 봐. 딘 자세. 마다 잡아요 말에. 다지기 당이다라 제가 마 다지기 당이다라 말에. 고나룰라. 너데바 고나룰 다지기 당이다라 말에. 제가 엄마는 자세를 마도 엄마가 생기게 말와. 다시 세단에 두스래. 다지 다다데 제당이다라 위kel면 엄마 봐. 춘날라 된두기 원이 매버마에나 원이 매버 마지지비치 다데 원이 매버마이 시야데 된두기 원어 시기도아 어떻게 공도 주나이데 덴버 투바 스리 망주 황나 삼당고 와래 때니 매갖고 유아 말이 망주데 가라주 냠뉴부터는 삼다나 직 주지 간데지 주지 이나다다지 간데지 나와이나 잘하지 나용도가라 코 뚜두기 나중에 그리용입니다. 카르짱와 랑캬와 초통존이지 하기는 좀 되버선이지 낭줄도 이 낭줄데 다 원에 같이 낭줄데 차대요. 이 원을 근데요 말와 니룽마데 땡올래요 말와 디케나 니룽마데 지니 낭겨와 이게 버리지도 저선 지라마오에 Number me, Sugala, Temela Coneni, Umapa, Chetawaris, Sundua. The Umapa Menchi, Tumta Kankaloni, Umapa, Tanguni Mebrama Umaba, Dember Matu Sigala, Demba Matu, and Nansul Pagi, Sutu, Kerkan, Pagina. Ending is only Nansul de Mea Hamagwajini. They melacone, when you never march at our resident, Jeramani, Dode Panita, the Sensamba de Suare. What the Indigala? The Nansul de Langoni, Maranzo, Yanni and the Shimjina. Then there Kumbaya was your something remote tangor. Yanni and some tango. Nansul Pagiranda. Perna Tivudi Nang in the Gala, Korang Winnie, so took Chinangdo. Cogula Tundegi, Zengela Ra Lindegi, was on Nangamido. Now, what did he? Tended them by the Yomaris score. Now, tended tending them by paying them by the Yomaris. Kona till we Yomaris the Kajata Kujumido. The Kona money by it. When you remember, the Duke when you remember, when you remember Jesuit, so what it is.
Page 280, etymologies.
The Tizu Nansul Tizu, some of the Yanni Antana, then he sharing him by me, Name Sidugala, me Mindus at the Kajashigo Mare. It's a tendon pendulum. Me Nansul, me Kona. Nang yung digala teme kerkyangwa chakuraji chotumsunji pagin tumdegan soreji midus labuwa maro mi ngazu mi thongor yene thongor men mi gi thongya kona yomarwa tesol pengires.
Page 280, last paragraph, etymologies. Why are they called proponents of the middle way school? They are called proponents of the middle way school because they assert the middle that is free from the extremes of permanence and annihilation. So this is simply a etymology. It is not a definition. There's a difference between definition and etymology, and the same could be interpreted by particularists or the lower school of thoughts. They would say the same thing, but that it doesn't mean that they are middle way school. They are called proponents of non-entityness because they propound that phenomena have no entityness, that is, no true existence. No true existence or no entityness. We discussed this before. When we apprehend or when we look at the things or object, we never have the apprehension or understanding that things exist kind of interdependently out there. The way it appears to us, as mentioned before, is exist independently, self-sufficiently, by itself, inherently, truly, or objectively, whatever you call it. But these are all, object of negation. These are not the true nature of the phenomena. Once you cease all these ways of apprehension, then you will only know the true nature of the phenomena. So, when middle way school says that no entityness or no true existence, it doesn't mean that phenomena doesn't exist at all. Not existing and no true existence is totally two different thing. So if there's nothing out there, then of course we won't see it, first of all. So for example, when we look at the bell in front of Geshe-la, said that when we look at the bell, our apprehension is that the bell, exists there by itself, that not relying upon any other, causes and factors, and we don't kind of seize all, interconnectedness or interdependency of the bell. We just see out there independently existing by itself, or sufficiently, or objectively. But that is not the reality. The reality is it is interdependent. And so when we say the bell is lack of true existence, we are not saying that bell doesn't exist at all. We are saying bell exists, but the mode of existence is different from the way it appears to us or the way we apprehend. The lower school of thoughts, great exposition school, they criticize middle way schools by saying that middle way school, when they says that things have no inherent existence, that is similar to saying that things doesn't exist at all, but that is not the case. So this should be this understanding should be helpful when you study Heart Sutra, because when you read the Heart Sutra, it says a lot about no eyes, no ears, no form, no aggregate. So when it says no, it doesn't mean that there is no I. There is no there is an I, but the mode of existence of the I is not the way it appears to us. So the appearance that we have of the I or the form is is not correct or mistaken. So we'll stop here, and if you have any questions.
Di kaptu de la jama dharm bshi pagi gacha tanam jardul de shivu sevu sunda khabar. Didi one abu nyango res. Sen rajang de tena sunda. Marsam jeme shara parse. Ko one ngazo le tangbo ji komba men leginji. Tata ji khana je she meginji te one re di yorwa.
가르카는 좀 하죠.
가자기 계속하고 따다지 동이 니루 뭐마다 따다지 가서 저트야 매긴 샤비라 여러분 이제 그도 뭐뭐 냠냠요래 디기모니 하 레베 답에 숨마야고 쉬우지로 와 딘디가라 디디페 아버지 년지 디저와도 뺏겨지 모르겠어.
So probably, during his holiness teaching, he might be kind of, might do a detailed explanation at this point, point of, when we talk about, lack of lack of inherent existence. We are talking about what is the object of negation. When we say lack of something, what is lacking? What are we negating when we talk about emptiness? So we mentioned also this before, the Buddha Shakyamuni's own son, he kind of appreciated emptiness as beyond, thought of ordinary human being, beyond expression of, and there's, for ordinary human being, it's kind of, we feel like there's no words, there's no, kind of thought process, there's no kind of ways to explain, the emptiness, because of profundity of the emptiness itself, and so we have said try kind of concentrate at this point when His Holiness explains about the object of negation and emptiness, and for himself these are all beyond his kind of reach.
margo ko imbandu se sudwa pargan salne manye pargan de karsen sidugala waram so nangsul dela de kondu jonaji etu sula matiba ranakyawa takbudu ji nangsul ji dwa de pargan de ngachi nangsul dinne nangsul de sal de mara chode tati pargan ji go ngone cheba chengi ji na dinne we nangsul de ta raya khona yo marwa Maratugala Kari, Dindi Nangsul Toti, any Nangsul Toti, Menginjira Rabarwa. Il Tongi Juni, Margin, Shedamche, and Bay Amala, sharing even a tengore. Pume, Sidigala, Digi Kar Chigri, Pula, Pumela, Puchigoroa. And it just a Nangsul Tumbanitella, Sangi Kobana, Rajambata, Tisopanga, Tungudua. Patati, one margin coima, margin sequel, Usente, Pargan Sale, Pargan Gacha Nangudi, Salan in Mania Butter, Tagalan Songire, the Kajati Sungor.
Occasion Mania Morgan
Margan coim Batus, Margan Salan Mania, but Tagalan Songi, Neru to the Shas.
So one of the great scholars, Changyur Robert Doche, his comment about emptiness, in his words he says that unable to find the word that he uses, father, unable to find the father, when he tried to find a father, he end up in maybe I should say unable to find the fatherhood, he end up finding a motherhood. So that itself is the emptiness. So the meaning here is, as we said before, the nature, the way phenomena appear to us as independently existing, solidly out there, objectively. When you try to find where is that on the object, you are trying to find, that nature of the phenomena. But as you go more deeper and deeper, what you will end up finding is nothingness, that kind of, that way of existence doesn't. So that kind of appearance that you have at the beginning, when you go deeper and deeper, try to find, examine, it is not there on the object. It's empty. It's emptiness. So not finding itself is the emptiness. So when you try to go and find where is the this solidity or objectivity or the self-sufficiently existence. When you try to find it, not finding itself is the emptiness. So here, motherhood, he used a metaphor, because mother, give birth to children. The understanding of emptiness gives, birth to, bodhisattvas and Buddhas, the enlightened mind, and four destroyers, heroes and soldier realizers.
So each school considers itself, has a definition of the middle way. Right? I'm just trying to confirm. That's what I heard.
Yeah, each school, from their own point of
view. School's called
middle way school.
the middle way. Okay, that's just, which is really the middle way. See or no?
다 두다 차상 상마 소소소 우마바인라고 와서 되지. 얘네다 우마바 원내디 우마바 단다 우마바 티나올 텐데 거라 두다 토시도 우마바로 왔었다.
대단해. 뭐에너지로와. 다 dumda 수수기 나랑 선자벨로 선자모 그런 우마바인. 아니 원이 바게 dumda 쳐들라 원이면 말라로마다 우마발라기 엄마래. 그게 말.
So they said that is the truth, so they all consider themselves as a, middle way school, and they minor school, when they referred to middle way school as not middle way school, but propounder of the lack of inherent existence, and the middle way school they kind of keep for themselves, we are the middle way school.
Dodepi tana, dodepi korana umabalene, ini senzambatini, jeni oni meba mawasa tangirese, juyade, mitu yatandali jurese. Senzambatambila, senzambakoranche, tunda omani the town, then it's senzambala umabazer, ini jeni oni meba mawasa tangirese, juyade mitu yatandarese.
So, it is that in order, not to confuse, he also, used the same example with the Sutra school. Sutra school, when they, list the four school of thoughts, they would say great exposition school or the particularly slowest. Then for themselves, they use middle way school. Then they say, minor school, and then a propounder of the lack of inherent existence. So. So generally, the tenets or philosophy of the four schools are considered, are kind of difficult to understand. But once you know, the different philosophical assertions, it will open, up many kind of understanding of the different, scriptures. Yeah.
I think I understand wisdom body and emanating body, but I'm not sure that I understand complete enjoyment body.
Complete enjoyment body, longu lagta.
Longu. Ale. Longu sinde, dire singu, jinde kunyi yobenane. Longu sinde, hage, joge ba omin la, longu nile joge ba omin re. Ani tasa chanchu seba shachi madola, joge koran yomares. Longu la pe, 우연다 차상요래 전상부 수주생이 비제정부 개주 누구를 우연이요 말해 중앙에서 덤베 구데 딱 지준 로마데 파기 룽기 차제래 덤바데 룽기 차제래
정말 롱고르세
던 로마다 파기 제리지 군도아 우연이 교강가 룽기 차제래
롱을 가려서 우견이래.
우견이요. 아니 우견제.
전주생활 맛이 말이야.
차도 잡도 강도스데 계속한가 차상이래. 우견 차상. 영화가.
전주생활 맛이 말했어.
어다 이제 다시 장주세 봐대야. 거기 장주세 봐 샤다가 걸어와. 네 방알단데. 거기 저데다 룽기 차제다. 룸대잖아. 거기서 두니 가요.
롱구 차제.
lungu chache lungu gi yingui chingyo lungu sinda tap samadana ta tendishia lungu sede uyin tutormada uyin yomare ene chatu yabtu kantu tesu yomare yinga.
So complete enjoyment body, Sambhogakaya is the Sanskrit word. Complete enjoyment body is the when you look at the images, you will see Buddha with the Buddha or Bodhisattvas. We should mention about that images over there with the all ornaments, the crown, the ornaments at the head, then the bracelets and all ornaments, and these complete enjoyment body Buddha can be perceived or encountered only by the bodhisattvas at the pure realm, not by ordinary beings. And ne
pangade ne oming konang e pala kor chanchu seba shaita yu kor wala yui chi matang par du ko are che ne pa thaba chmi chu hana su are ne pangade
So there are 5 definite features of the Sampokagaya, or complete enjoyment body. 5 definite, the 5 definite features or qualifications, and these are 5. First is the place, second is the body, third is time, fourth is teachings, and then fifth is disciples. So the first one is a certainty of place. There's always a certainty of place. Second is a certainty of place. Here says that they are always reside in the richly adorned Buddha field called heaven below none. If you remember this in the different stages. What? It's heaven below none as a 2 and 17 and 18. This one is 17 Jubnun level. 18. Second, certainty of body. They are always adorned with 32 major and 80 minor marks. And third is certainty of time. They will live for as long as samsara is not emptied of sentient beings. And then fourth is certainty of teachings, that they always teach the greater vehicle doctrine. And fifth is certainty of disciples. They always teach to a circle of Arya Bodhisattvas disciples.
I wanted to go back to the mind-only section with the definitive and interpretive. They're saying that the first 2 turnings are interpretive and the last is definitive. Now the second turning, if I understand this right, is the Prajnaparamita at Vulture's Peak. And does that mean that, like, Middle Way says that the second turning is ultimate and then the other 2 are interpretive? Like, it seems like with mind only and Middle Way, the second and third turnings would get switched for which one is the ultimate. I want to know if that's correct.
This is the Shogor Sumyoro. Shogor Tangbo, the Shogor Niwa, the Semzame Lukchina, Tangdun, the end Shogor Tamading, it in Rosa. And any because Shirjin, the any Tangdun. Any what was your question? Last part.
I thought I remember hearing, like, Middle Way says that the teachings, like the Heart Sutra at Vulture's Peak, that was the second turning, and they're saying that's ultimate.
Ultimate?
The one that expresses ultimate truth, like the one that's definitive, and not like the one that you take literal, where the other ones you interpret. And so is that like the middle way mind only switches 2 and 3?
Middle way the Uma the Samsambegi Tigoro Tangding the somebody Diodandi Rasa Gongjulo Yodosa, Chiki Diodandi Shimbaji.
Sanzamba within Trachijin, within one of Trachijimba killing in the race. Ta Umaba on Tuyungore Harzana Umabe within Songi Tenjisochi, the Tanana Batanjit Tenjisochi and Temendodi, Nettingito. Kuza the Mangat Kuza the Mangat and Tenjisochi and Temendo, the Tanting into the in the Tigala, the into the Gala, Pekachara, sitting into the Netting into Chagora. What the Tongi Tonji Tenjiso and what the Tongi Chagora.
Shijing it.
Netting Chagora.
So, the mind-only school has a totally different interpretation of what is interpretative and what is definitive. So the second turning of the wheel of Dharma is considered as interpretative sutra by both mind-only school and middle way school, and so. In generally, mind-only school, is they considered, sort of within tradition. Sinzamba then tradition killing and something.
Or Sinzama within tradition to kill in the Zuni Chanjas Zuninam Kemperto, Kolopabe Zunanam Kemperto, the Marme Patembarwa. The Marme Paten in the Gala, Di Nala, Kuntayarwa. Join into then to Kuntakichi, the Merawa. Join into me, the me, the Marme Vagina, Senzamil Dimason, Tachishin Remason. In the Tantan Jehu.
It will come later in the mind-only school, middle way school, that middle way school interpretation of interpretative and definitive sutra. The interpretative refers to the scriptures, whatever scriptures that deals or shows the teachings of conventional truth is interpretative, and Chandam the Shirjing Chandam the Ngedinro Chandam the Bedotongedi.
Oh, in the Chadingala, Shijing into the weather song so thingy was.
So whatever scriptures that teaches or tells the ultimate truth is a definitive sutra. So according to the middle way school, perfection of wisdom, the main topic or subject is emptiness, and it comes under the ultimate truth. So therefore, they considered perfection of wisdom sutra as the definitive sutra.
And that was. Can you clarify what the three trains? The first was Sarnath, and the second was Rajagriha, or did they break it up differently?
The tensa ko sungsa ko resa ko tangbo de che
ko tangbo de chi ko warna chi ko baba cha ko phumbe ri ri ta ni ko thama de chi ko lo yang ba chen
so the first is Sarnath, for the teaching is Four Noble Truth. The second is Vulture Peak Mountain, Raj Gray. And then and third is teachings of, I think it's in Vaishali. Like what number show? Well discriminated teaching. I don't know, probably that might be.
양파 챌라.
Raciality. Sanskrit raciality.
그렇대. 그 sanskrit 인지는 맨한테 제요 말. 다가는 건데 이게.
What was the second one?
Walcher Peak Mountain. Rajgrihe. Kuruniwa the Kolo Parbat Karresa.
Kolo Parbat. Kolo Parbat Shijinito.
Sutra of the Perfection of Wisdom.
What sutras are associated, like is there any big well-known sutras in English that are associated with the third turning?
도든게 디 요로에서 가서 디 콜로송바드 저와용에게 도 인지나로 줄줄랑메로 하시.
디 인지네 줄게 컴퓨터를 가지고 디 아그레스 나래. 지금만 줄대.
Yes, about the translation, it might be better to ask computer than him. He will find more there. He said without sufficient knowledge of English, how can he know translated books out there? It says the third teaching, the Sutra of Clear Discrimination. Maybe I'll just read here. The first turning of the wheel of the doctrine, the first teaching at Deer Park or Sarnath, in which Buddha Shakyamuni expounded the Four Noble Truths and set forth the basis of the Hinayana philosophy, that phenomena have a truly existent nature, and the intended audiences are both, great exposition and sutra schools. The second turning of the wheel of doctrine, the teaching at Walcher Peak, in which Buddha Shakyamuni taught the perfection of wisdom sutras, the teaching which is the basis of middle view philosophy, introducing the doctrine that all phenomena lack a truly existent nature, and for the audience it is specifically targeted for the middle way. Middle way, high intelligent Mahayana practitioner. Third turning of the wheel of doctrine, the teaching at Vaishali, in which Buddha Shakyamuni taught the Sutra of Clear Discrimination, the teaching laying the basis of the mind-only school and introducing the doctrine that imputed phenomena lack a truly existent nature, but dependent and thoroughly established phenomena are truly existent, which these two we covered in the mind-only school's philosophy.
Yeah.
Quando sambo dea de te da quenke jeso ndalo ya de da damje rabdo ngo te sun shebe yawa tamchi ngo kang lo jodo nga wa de da jinge we tawa de gun sambo chenje rabdo ngo in the land and circle of snow mountains, the source of all happiness and benefits, flows near person, joyously retains in Gyasa, remain until samsara ends. Just as the Bodhisattva usually attain in omniscience, and Samanda vows are true, so now I too to get listeners, should remain informed. As all the greatest Buddhas, past, present, and future, praise sacred and to the Supreme. So now I do dedicate this source of honor for all of these to perfect actions.
Oh, yeah, thank you.